Guys, let's have a sum up of Opendoor stock in the past week or so. This really has been an incredible one for this company. Look at the charts here and you can see that over the past 5 days, stock is up by nearly 30%. Over the past month now, we're seeing gains of nearly 200, and over the past 6, things are even more incredible, you're seeing gains nearly of 700%. The stock seems to be relentless in its move up. This is very impressive, especially given the continued upwards momentum that we have seen. So, over the course of this video, I'll be giving you all of my thoughts on everything. We'll briefly be glossing over everything that's been happening, and again I'll be giving you some of my thoughts into the next week too. If it sounds good, guys, please do make sure to leave a like on the video, please make sure to subscribe, but as always remember, I am not a financial advisor, so do your own research. Now, the first thing that stands out if you've been paying attention in the past week or so, Opendoor stock does name a lot of important news. New CEO and the bringing back of co-founders to the board. We're not really going to go into this into too much detail as we have already covered it, but essentially to sum this up very quickly, we are seeing the Chief Operating Officer of Shopify becoming the new CEO, which is in itself a very big move. Then we've got Keith Rabois and Eric Wu bringing back founder DNA to the company. These are now on the board, with Rabois being appointed the chairman. Now, Koshler Ventures and Wu have invested 40 million in PIPE financing. What this all means is that a company here, which was inevitably promising anyway, now has the skill, you could say, in terms of employees, now has the potential to obviously elevate its business even further in even the short, mid and even long term. So a lot to look forwards to. Now, in terms of looking at the actual share price, well, as I say, the share price is up nearly 700% in the past 6 months. Even in the past one, we're up nearly 200. I think the fact that we are able to see a decline of only 13% on Friday is more impressive than a lot of people even think. People tend to become quite negative or see things in the wrong way when the stock starts to drop, but the reality here is, in my opinion, something quite different. A stock that's up nearly 600-700% in 6 months, the fact it's able to maintain any of this growth is actually very, very impressive. It does appear that we are beginning, or could be beginning, to find a support level around 890. We like to see that hold up into the rest of next week. Below that you could be looking at levels like 880, so if we can see these levels hold up, this would be ideal. At the same time, guys, I must say this very clearly. Even if the share price was to drop a little bit, even if we went back to $8, even if we went back to $7.50, right? That, in my opinion, would still be a major win. Now, the good thing is, this drop, it allows two things to happen. It allows us to find a new level of support, it allows us to cool off slightly, and it allows people to take profits if they want to. I think when we see stocks that go up, in a straight line, they are significantly less sustainable than ones which do what Opendoor stock is. As I say, even on the 6 month, what do we see here? We see a stock which is of course moving up, but not without its struggles. For example, from the dates of the 21st of July all the way down to the 7th of August, we saw the share price dip by 30 or 40%. This is actually a good thing. It allows the growth, in my opinion, to be a lot more sustainable. So, obviously carrying that information forwards into next week, what are we looking at? Well, in my opinion, I think there's every possibility now, if we see these levels hold up for potential supports, 880 for example, I think we do have that potential to see this one run higher. I think in the mid to long term, the likelihood of this stock being potentially much higher is absolutely there. I do think there's every possibility this could be the early days. However, in terms of the short term, potential buying opportunities, I'm going to have to wait until the first 1 or 2 trading days of the next week. I want to see how this one actually plays out. Obviously, we are coming up to that lower potential level of 880, as I say. Some people could see now as a potentially good buy. Obviously, it depends very much on your strategy. If you're one of the people, like many people are, who believes that in the mid to long term, Opendoor stock is going up to 80, 82, 100, maybe it's still a good buy right now. If you're looking to get a potentially better price, there could be that argument that you may be waiting to see if this level holds up. I think that's a decision for you guys to make though, and I'll of course leave you to make that, right? These are just some of the levels that I am looking to. It's very much important that these lower levels for potential supports hold up this week. We'll see if that actually ends up being the case. Either way, guys, I'll be here to update you throughout next week as well, so thank you for watching the video, and I hope I'll see you again then.